Hello.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now? Man.
Go ahead. Keep talking. Do
Yes.
that again.
All right. So this part of the show is brought to you by Thinkware.com. This is the place that you can find your dash cams to protect your car for any accidents or any scratches that you're gonna go in the parking lot and like, oh my God, somebody scratched my car. Who was it? Now you have a dash cam. Now you know who it was. And go check it out, thinkwarestores.com. You can find them anywhere, actually. You just put
hold.
dash cams and done.
All right, hold. Okay. Keep going.
We're still checking the microphone. It's okay. So don't forget, in the bottom side of your screen, you have the IRTA2. The IRTA2 right now, it's on sale. They have a coupon code. Dean has a coupon code. IRTA2, $25 off with the code HOT. This is going to be the last week, guys. Last week. It's not going to be Christmas or things like that sale. So if you want one, pick one right now, save it for Christmas, and then just give it to you. I don't know, to your loved ones. Even give it to your wife, and your wife is gonna be like, "Why do I need this?" Exactly. Now you buy it to yourself. See, that's awesome. One, two, three. Check. This is good. Good afternoon. Can you hear me now? Everything's good?
All right, so really long ad there. Sorry about that. Coming up at the next stop, we're going to be doing DSP Talk with Arc Audio. Got a really cool feature, so make sure to stay tuned for that. Get your questions in right now, and Fernando's going to start scurrying the page for this. Fang asked a good question, though. When someone asked Dean how he does vagina crushers, his words, at the gym, I'm referring to Instagram live stream earlier. So the reason why I call them the vagina crushers, it's a machine, and there's two machines next to one another, and you sit in it and you take your legs and you either push in this way or you push out that way. And I call them the vagina crushers is because typically the only people I ever see on them are women. Don't know why, but Haley likes to do them, and I'm right there with her. And so it just really ravages just the inside of your thighs just get destroyed. And it makes it fun to walk. And therefore, that's why I call it the vagina crusher, if you must know. Anyways, good evening. What's happening? What's up? Lord Dean. What's happening, my friends? Some people go, why do they call him Lord Dean? All right, so we got the sound working. Hello. So if we missed your hello at the beginning of the show, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. Good afternoon. What's up?
I find the vagina crusher.
Oh,
is
yeah,
that one?
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's that one right there. Yeah, that's it. That is the vagina crusher. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's just so bad.
I know. Good afternoon. Got a great show from California. Fantastic.
Very nice.
Like a ton of bricks.
Okay.
We want an explanation. Sound problem. Battery died. 9-volt battery. So, the funny thing is like the Rode mic that we use, the 9-volt battery will last in it for like 6 months, it seems like. Mm-hmm. But when it dies, it just dies. So it's one of those things where it just goes, dead. I need to order some of we use rechargeables, and I don't know what it is about 9-volt, but 9-volt rechargeables just basically suck. So,
if you have a good rechargeable 9 volts, let us know.
I even bought those really expensive ones that you plug in and just charge the 9-volt by itself. Yeah. Those things were trash. I was so expensive.
Okay,
I was so trash. Any thoughts on D4S Easy DSP? I mean, it's a DSP. I really haven't had a chance to dig deep into it yet. Maybe this weekend, since I have some moments in time, I will. So since I haven't had a chance to go deep into it and see what it has, why don't we hold that question until maybe Monday? And I will go and take a look at it this weekend, and then I'll be able to give you an answer as far as the operating system and try to make some sense of it for you guys. Take a look at it. I already did that one. It was
That was funny.
Yeah, I know. Thanks, Brad. Good afternoon, gentlemen.
John.
What's up, Mr. Schneid? So, all right. Funny John chimes in now because he just actually texted me a question, and I had to type him an answer. And so I want to read the question because it's a really good question. He says, just took a call. I just took a call. I want to add a 4-channel amp to a 2400 Chevy 1500. I told the dealer to use 2 key locks. Is that correct? Now, the answer is correct. Using 2 key locks will DEQ the system and make everything wonderful. And if he's going to be adding a DSP to it, then he's fine because he can do a notch filter on the door chimes, or he can just take a parametric band and, if he has an electrical RTA that can tell you what is going on, we have a video showing you how to do that. You can just make a small band, remove it, and turn the chime down.
Yep.
If he's not planning on using a DSP, then that's where things get a little weird because the GM's, the door chime is through that speaker, and he is going to wet his pants when the door chime happens. Metra has come out with, and we've used, and we did a video on it a couple weeks ago, where they make a high-level to low-level adapter using their DSP Lite that can connect via the data of the car, interfaces with the car, and will take control of the driver's door speaker and allow the chime to be attenuated so that when you open the door and the chime comes on, it actually mutes your speaker. And it it's still going to chime through the speaker, but it mutes that whole stereo side, and you can now control the chime. So if you want it to go ding, ding, it can do that, or it can still be loud, whatever you want, but you have control of the door chime. So if you're not going to do a DSP, that might be a better solution for that. It sucks for you because you can't sell the ARC Audio DSP at this point. But that would be the 2 answers to that question. The icing is if he's doing the Metra, he's going to get the DSP Lite, which will give him a little bit of adjustment so he can make it sound better. But, okay. So, thank you, John. That was a fantastic question. We will not be picking on Alpine today because I got nothing to say. I don't know the part number, but if you do go to metroonline.com, there are 2. He's probably a Metra dealer. I would just have him call Metra. There's like a 30 and a 31 or a 31 and a 32. Yeah, but they're both pretty awesome.
It's like a GM31, GM30 something.
Yeah,
I can't find it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Trying to, but
it's okay. It's go to the bottom. I think you just had them. It's those. It doesn't matter. If you go to metroonline.com, you can
go to metroonline.com, type the model number of the vehicle, and that will give you that.
Helping the lives to keep on going. Thank you for the $2.
Thank you.
And I think everyone here is to help.
Thank you for that. Yes.
The exercise is supposed it's incontinence, especially after childbirth women. It also is there to hurt you. It's great, man. I feel like the workout when when you're sore after a workout, I feel like you actually accomplish something. And I could do those for like a month and then I'll be fine and it won't bother me anymore. And it does help with running, which is cool. But I knew when I did them, I was going to be in pain for the rest of the week.
Yeah.
Because I was just and they're so easy to do. So you really gain up on them.
And you can still do it. Yeah, for sure.
No, you're not. I mean, your leg, and you're just, it's like, no, but dude, man, oh my God, they're just
muscles.
And so, and then you just walk funny for a day.
You're walking like this.
A deer, a female deer. A doe deer just peeked into my kitchen nook window looking at live stream. LOL. It's funny you should say that because I got my Instagram logarithm or whatever. The hook I got caught in has had deer encounters like this week. So I've seen a bunch of these. And the funniest one was like this girl is like hiding behind this something. And she she's got her phone in her hand. She puts her head up and there's this doe walking around in front of her. And then she comes back down and she puts the phone on herself. And the deer literally comes up right behind her like this.
Oh, wow.
And just hey, what's going on over here? And she's like, ah! The phone just freaks out. And I was like, dude, I laughed. Thank God I have done the vagina crusher because I was able to keep myself from peeing.
Okay.
I have
the Ford camera ThinkWord system.
I caught someone at work keying my truck. They were fired and charged. Oh, charges were pressed. I have footage to share if you guys would like it. Yes, send it to carstereotalk@yahoo.com.
Carstereotalk@yahoo.com.
I would love that.
And this is why,
if nothing else for the humor in it, but yes, I would love that. Thank you.
Helpful.
Yes.
Thank you for the sharing.
Deer can fight. Scene footage. Let's see a deer against a kangaroo. Oh, speaking of kangaroos, in the Australia guy, have you guys seen the previews for the new Killer Kangaroo movie that's coming out? It's it's like a 7-foot zombie kangaroo. I don't. It's the weirdest thing. I saw that.
Okay.
It's
too much,
dude. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like they even show. It's totally a B movie, but it's like from the land down under, and they have a 7-foot zombie kangaroo that is like ravaging people.
Okay.
Oh, it's so crazy. I like to watch movie trailers. It's my thing because they're short, fast, and quick, and I can get back to work. All right, so I'm gonna hit this camera.
Go for it.
Let me put that there.
Yeah, that's right.
2024 Camry with JBL system. Do you know if there is any way to put an aftermarket sub amp yet? Sub amp is simple. Yes, you could put a sub amp in there right now. The Amp Pro probably, or Amp and Sub Pro probably. We talked to somebody about that the other day. I think we're still a couple months away from that. I think by the end of the year. I think it's supposed to be by the end of the year. But I mean, I would grab a key lock.
Yep.
Put a key lock in there, or a key 500, depending on how much power you want, and go for it. I mean, or just get it in there, get it going, and then just plan on taking it out once the Sub Pro becomes available here next couple months. I mean, if you're gonna DIY it, just go for it, man. I mean, get it in there, get some bass going, and if it sucks.
Hi, Mom.
Yes, this is Mom. We went out last night. The girls are out of town. They went to the Dan and Shay concert. Oh,
Pinkies up.
Pinkies up. Anyways, they went to the Dan and Shay concert, so I took Mom out for dinner. We had a great time. I went back and the dog. She has a little puppy, little annoying thing. That just, dude, it's so funny when it jumps up on your leg. Okay, so it jumps up on your leg, puts its paws on your leg.
Yeah.
Then he puts his face up against your leg and lets you rub the side of his face. It's so funny.
Yeah.
That was dog talk. Okay. Hey, Fernando, since you watched the screen, I didn't make a donation.
It's okay. It's okay. You still have time. You still have time.
You still have 45 minutes, man.
You're okay. 45 minutes.
You're okay. You're good. Go ahead and pull that off.
Thank you so much.
I want to do this real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hold on, let me do this. I want to do this. I'm gonna go down here. I'm almost done. I'm gonna pull that off.
Come on, man.
And I'm gonna go back to the comments. You gonna save that comment you just put up? I was gonna say just save it for right now. I'm gonna turn this off, and I'm gonna go over here. It's that time again. It's time for DSP Talk. Quick tips. We're going to talk about DNA software with Arc Audio. Let's jump right into it.
Wow.
I know that was actually really cool. So, how many of you guys are tuning your cars and you're like, you get to that point where you're almost done and you make a little change and you go, ooh, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, so you save that as a preset. Then you go back to your other preset and you listen to that. And you go back to that preset and you listen, and you're toggling back and forth, and you're getting confused. And you're like, I don't know what's going on. I wish I could just close my eyes. And then you press a button and then you screw up the whole thing, right? And it just gets ridiculous. Or I'm sitting in the passenger seat letting Fernando listen to it, and I'm being the eye doctor where I'm going better or worse, better or worse, better or worse. And it just gets to be too much. Wouldn't it be nice if you just had some way for the software to do it on its own?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, I want to do that.
Let's take a look at the DNA software right here. We have preset 1. We made some change to the mid-range, and we stored that out here. Up preset 2. So now I got to go sit back and go 1, 2, 1, 2. Or I can come up here to Tools, and I can click on A/B test. I could decide how many seconds do I want it to play one or the other. And then I select preset 1, preset 2. This is preset 1 as preset. Okay, so now what it's going to do, you saw that dip there, and if you watch the 1000 hertz test tone or see how those are changing, now I've set it for 5 seconds just because it makes for a compelling video. Normally default is 10 seconds, which gives you enough time to get through that point in the song. So now you could sit back with your eyes closed and really listen to the system, letting it change between preset 1 and preset 2 all on its own. Once you get to where you're happy, select stop. It'll show you what A or B was on so you can decide, hey, this was the one I liked. It's a pretty simple feature. It's one of those things where you scratch your head and go, that makes a lot of sense. And this has been your Arc Audio
Quick
DSP quick tip.
Very nice.
I know what someone's saying. Wow, for once it was actually a quick tip.
That was a quick.
That was a very quick
I was still
tip.
reading the same question, and I'm like, what? You done? What?
I know.
No, wait.
If you're interested in learning more about Arc Audio or the DNA software, head over to arcaudio.com and check out their full line of amplifiers and standalone DSPs. Ooh, and I wish I could tell you the next sentence, but they're forbidding me for doing that right now. But stay tuned. We do have some amazing stuff before the end of the year that we get to talk about, which make me so happy.
Yeah, sometimes it happens to me. Like, I'm doing the same thing as you guys. Like, you see right there, I have the streaming, and sometimes it's blurry, and sometimes it's perfectly fine. So I don't know.
So we actually hardwire in. We don't do this over Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
So this is a hardwired feed. And like someone asked that, so we use Spectrum as our Wi-Fi provider here in this area, and it's a business account. And as much as we hate it, they charge an obscene amount of money for the stream that we have.
Yeah.
So, and we are paying StreamYard to do high-res broadcast for whatever that's worth. So we're giving it the best we can, Captain. I apologize. That's why we rebroadcast the Monday show, because StreamYard does give us the ability to screen record. So you, like, if you watch Monday's live show Tuesday, it's a better recording because it's actually, we're pulling the camera footage out and re-uploading it.
From there.
We just don't do it for Saturday because we never have.
Yeah.
And I don't know new Bambi movie is supposed to be about monster deer killing people. I don't know when it's supposed to be released or the elaborate joke. It's been months since I saw the preview.
What?
Yeah. It's not a Disney movie. It's not Disney. But yes. Have you seen the previews for the new Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
No, really?
Oh yeah.
It can't be. They didn't even call me. I should be there.
You should be, but no, it's really bad. It's really bad. Question. Are there any DAPs with DSP and or time delay functions? Digital audio players. I mean, no, I wouldn't think so. Because really, if you think about it, why would you need it in it? Like an EQ? Yeah, I could see that maybe. But time delay, no, because it's a 2-channel recorder. So the reality is it's expected to go out to something that is going to feed a left and a right. So there would be no reason to put a delay in it. It's not like in a car. The reason why we have delay in a car is because we have a 2-channel audio system. And if we had all speakers lined up in an array, we wouldn't have to delay anything. But because we're sitting closer to the left and not to the right, that's why we have that functionality. In a digital audio player, there'd be no reason to have that because they're assuming you're going to plug it into something that is going to take care of all of that. Now, an EQ of some point or some kind, I'm sure one of them probably has that, simply because you're going to, a lot of the times they're thinking headphones and or non-EQ'd systems. So I haven't looked to see if they have that, but like on your phone, you do have that functionality. So maybe they got it. But no, that's a great question, Miles.
Yeah.
Great question. Anybody have any idea how to get the power wire through the firewall on a 2024 GMC AT4 F1 or 1500 Duramax? The main harness doesn't have access nipple to go through. No, it does not. Fernando, we just did a 2500 24 GMC. Basically the same vehicle.
Yes. Passenger side.
Okay.
We went to the passenger side.
We did?
Yeah. And it's you gotta remove it's a module.
Did we go to the passenger side?
Yeah, I went to the passenger side.
No, you should. We went to the driver's side. No, we went to the driver's side.
No,
because we did the zero gauge now.
Because I drilled the hole.
Right, but you went. I'm telling you, you went through the driver's side.
No, sir.
Okay, you went through the passenger.
Okay,
side.
so let me. It's a module, and on there in the kick.
My bad.
Yes.
My bad. Sorry. I'm
remove that. It has 2 10 millimeters. You know, you gotta be careful. Remove the whole plastic, and then
cut the plastic underneath the glove box.
Yes, and then it's a module in there, 2 10 millimeters.
Next
remove
to the
that module. Don't unplug it. I never unplug it. I don't know what its module is or what is going on, so I never unplug it. I just let it hang in. Remove the plastic. Then
the tray that holds it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then up above there, it's a space. You just gotta cut the carpet. I never cut the whole piece. I just kind of fold it. So just in case like they're gonna decide, you put it back, nothing happens. So fold it, and then you can drill 2 holes in there for 0 gauge or 4 gauge, whatever you need. You just gotta be careful and patient. It hurts because it's uncomfortable. But you can go there.
I was like, why don't you get the plumber's drill that we have?
Yes, correct. And you say it's uncomfortable. So now, let me ask you this real quick. I have a few pictures of drilling a hole on the battery and on the firewall that I want to put on the 12-volt clean wire club on Fridays. I'm just gonna put it on there and put the specific car where.
I still think you should just do that.
And just keep an eye on that. And if you guys want to share some pictures, make sure they are really good pictures, because I want to make sure that everybody gets.
So you want to build a glossary.
Yes, for everyone.
And then keyword them firewall holes.
Yes. Just get to the holes.
It's the D hole.
All right.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna pull one up here. Question. What is the best way to integrate into a 2024 Corvette wanting to upgrade amps and speakers?
Ooh.
2024 Corvette probably has Bose. If it does have Bose, I would head over to metroonline.com and look for the interface, the Ethernet interface that they have.
Has that radio that opens and closes?
I think it does have the radio that opens and closes.
Oh,
yeah, I know, right? Yes, it is. So they do make the interface.
You want water?
Oh, but you definitely need one. Why don't you get the Sprite? Get some bubbles. It'd be crispy, as Haley likes to call it.
Crispy guy?
Crispy. She calls it. I want a nice crispy Sprite. Anyways, metroonline.com is going to have the GM interface for you to allow you to upgrade the whole system. Now, if you're just looking to integrate like a specific thing, let's say I just want to add a sub or something like that, then you're going to want to look at maybe a key lock to do that from Kicker, the Kicker key lock DSP interface. That'll allow you to get in there and do some nonsense. Correct. Okay. Dean, Fernando.
Yes.
And fellow car audio people. Team Ground Zero India in the house. What's up, people?
What's up, Dennis?
Dude, it's funny. I just ordered for dinner chicken tiki masala.
Oh, dude, that's like
with naan. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's
I know,
really
it
good.
is. I'm going to the new place, too. Curries. Yep.
All right.
And I got it spicy because ain't no one eating it but me. So fire's shooting out the bunghole tonight. Anyways,
Woo!
Can you place 2 Morel LE amps to the right of the Morel speaker box, 5-star logo, second row under the Moscone?
Right there.
Can I place
Can
2?
you place 2 more LE amps? Like,
No.
Can you just put it there?
No, I can't.
No, Christian. No, not right now.
Sorry. No. Dude, I wonder if there's a software update for this thing.
It gotta be, because it's just like
out of mind of its own. It's really kind of annoying.
I know.
I installed a Kenwood Exelon in a 2020 Durango RT and used the RR from Maestro. I still have the safety noise from my front sensor, but not backup sensor. Any ideas what I did wrong? Probably didn't do anything wrong. It might be off in the settings. So the first thing I would do, or the volume could be low because you could have turned the volume down on them. That's also a thing. you can actually like adjust. There's a certain point where you can adjust the volume. I would go back into the Maestro module and see if you've accidentally turned them off, and or see if you turn the volume down. Go into the setting, like sometimes in the notes for the installation side of things, they talk about chimes and adjusting the volume on them. I would check that. My guess is they're turned off. Because if the front ones are working, the rear one's not working, just seems very weird. Okay, it would normally come up by now. So that's kind of weird. But anyways, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I find our DNA software to be the easiest
for me to use.
Very nice.
With audio control being the least, what are your least and most favorite softwares to use?
Well,
okay, I'm sitting here going,
wait.
I know what would be your least and favorite. So my two favorites for sure, definitely the Arc Audio DNA as well as the Moscone.
Yeah.
You know, I like
for
both of those. They make the most sense. Right now, Jeff and I are fighting over how easy the Helix software is.
Yep.
The Helix software
I was about to say
is what's and it's really the problem with the Helix software for me, and that I'm struggling with, which is my struggle, no one else's, is just their input output setup, because they do some interesting things with it. And it's peculiar and different than everyone else's, which doesn't make it bad. It's just it hasn't been adequately explained to me, and I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around it and all of that. I know if I could sit down with somebody for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and let them walk me through and explain to me so that I can reference it all in my head, I wouldn't have that problem. But it's just not an intuitive setup process for me, and that's where otherwise the tuning and all that's it's fine. It does, like every piece of DSP software, have quirks and whatnot that you have to kind of work with to get it to do what you want it to do. But no, that's really my least favorite DSP, of course, is the Dayton. I hate the Dayton DSP. I hate the crappy software it comes with. Hate everything about it. It's just trash.
Yeah.
But that's just me. Those are my opinions and solely mine. Hey, Fernando.
Yes, sir.
Where do I go to make a donation? Exactly where do I go? I have no idea.
Ken, where did you get the donation? I mean, just Ken just put $2. I guess as soon as you find out, I mean, you're in the
Thank
group
you,
chat.
Ken.
You're in the group chat, and I think on the bottom of YouTube it
What's
says
up, Chris?
you can pay, but you can add some money there. I believe so. That's how it goes. But thank you for asking.
When putting a tweeter and mid-range on an A-pillar, do they have to be on axis or a specific order? Order, yes. You want. I mean, okay. This is one of those things that there's like a Facebook group, like A-Pillars Facebook group, where these guys fight about this stuff all day long. Like legit, just fight about how there has to be a balance between where they sit and what you're trying to achieve.
Yes,
Man,
for
this
sure.
thing just keeps crashing.
I know.
I wonder if it's the cables. And that to me is probably the most important thing.
Okay.
I mean, given in a perfect world, you would want the speakers to sit in front of you and just face you, just like this. Just, I mean, all the shows we go to where we see the guys that are competing, all the speakers are just like, they're basically like taking a bookshelf speaker, putting it right in front of your face and aiming it towards you.
On
and
axis,
that's not a realistic way to do things.
Right.
So in the mid-range goes on the bottom, the tweeter goes on top, or the tweeter comes closer to the mid-range, goes farther from you, because they're directional. I don't really have a great answer because you've seen the same stuff I have. You always have those weird looking things and they'll aim them, like you got guys that'll use laser pointers that'll put them in there so they can aim them right at the headrest or right at the middle of the car. I've heard some really, really nice looking A-pillars that sounded like total trash. If I was going to design my own A-pillars and I was really concerned with the way they sounded, then I would probably mock them up and play them before I finish the deal.
Yeah.
If I was just doing A-pillars to put some speakers in there, then then I'm just doing it for cosmetics.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna put them in so that they look good.
I saw these guys
get
on.
the best performance.
I saw these guys on Instagram. Did they mock up the whole A-pillar and then laser the speaker?
Yeah.
You know, and they put it on in there. You know, just a lasers.
Yeah. They put a ring with a laser.
Yeah,
and they aim it at their
and
head.
then just like that was
yeah.
really cool. Yeah.
I think it's a bit much, but hey, speaking of speakers, wouldn't it be easier if you just had a car that had a really nice, convenient spot to put a speaker in, and you didn't have to build ugly A-pillars that just look like trash?
Yes.
Well, if you do, you might be lucky enough to head over to focal-america.com and find out if they make an integration speaker for you, which means you simply unplug your factory speaker and plug in their new speaker.
What?
I know, it's crazy. Do you have a Tesla? They make the plug-and-plays for the Tesla, Mercedes, BMW, Fords, Toyotas, VWs, and a bunch more that you can find over at focalamerica.com, as well as a Porsche. They have an amazing set for the Porsche, which we have sitting right over there. They actually built those out of Utopias, which is even crazier.
That's what we're going to put in the Volkswagen. Let's just,
thank you for your time and advice. Y'all are awesome. Thank you, Jeffrey.
Thank you, Jeffrey. And here we go. That was for the guy on YouTube on the right of the chat. So
look for the $sign.
Look for the $sign. There you go.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys. There you go.
Oh, wait, all right. We gotta get to that. Hey, Dean.
Yeah.
Do customers come back for iData RR updates, or is it not necessary after it's been programmed the first time? No one has ever come back for an iData RR update. The only time they ever come back is if the update didn't work for some reason, and we didn't find that out until later, in which case they'll come back and we'll do an update. Most of the time, if there's an issue, it gets caught before it leaves. Like we had what's that big van? Was it a Dodge van?
Express van?
It was one of those. Big vans.
Yeah.
And there was an issue if you flashed it as an 8-inch screen and it was a 4.3-inch, or if you flashed it as a 4.3-inch and it needed to be an 8. Anyways, it was one of those things where it immediately popped on this weird check engine light. It was flashing stuff. I'm like, what the hell's going on? And it called iData, and they were like, oh, great, you confirmed it for us. We knew there was an issue. We needed confirmation. Try this. We did. It was fixed, and it was done. So most of the time, you know right away if there's an issue, and you can call them, and sometimes they're waiting, like, please, someone call us with this problem, and we'll fix it. But no, I can think of, other than that, there's never been a time where we've actually done anything like that. It doesn't need to be complicated. He's talking about the A-pillars.
Yeah. Yeah, and Dean always make these things complicated.
I make them as complicated as I can.
Super.
All their lifts and downdraft boxes are fine. That's what I have in my shop. Okay. Oh, okay. So he's answering somebody's question here. So I always like it when Brian comes on because we get pictures of the animals' butts.
I love it.
Yeah.
We
didn't do what you talked about. We actually did AB today.
Dude, Sebastian was asking for the dogs. He's like,
whoa,
how they are? How are they doing?
Well, he'll get to see the dogs in 2 months because in October, in this country, what is Birmingham?
Europe?
The country of Birmingham, Alabama.
In Europe.
It must be in Europe. Apparently, to get to Birmingham, Alabama from Florida, even though it's an 1.5-hour flight, it takes 9 hours, maybe 10, possibly a whole day worth of travel. You have to fly individually, hanging onto the wings of somebody doing this. And it costs as much as a small European village. It's ridiculous. We will be driving out to the Alaska World Finals. Dean is going to just run a van instead because it takes less time to drive than it does to fly. And Sebastian will get to see the dogs.
Sebastian can drive?
So, yeah, we'll be going there. Chris should come. We'll be leaving.
That would be not a bad idea.
We're leaving here Friday. We're gonna be there all day Saturday, and then we're gonna leave Sunday. So we're not gonna stay for the awards, but we're gonna make a trip out to Birmingham, the country of Birmingham, Alabama. Can't wait. That's gonna be October 11th, 12th, and 13th, I think.
Yeah.
So
the bus is gonna be here. So whoever wants to come, No.
It's in Birmingham, Alabama, the country of Birmingham, Alabama. It's like an hour and a half from your house. Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it was Chris and Brian talking about him. Okay. What's up, Brian? Helping lives to keep going on.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
He's got inspirational words today. I really appreciate it. You know, it makes me feel good inside.
Yeah.
I'm down. No, you're up. You're actually up. I mean, it's less of a drive than going to Miami. That's for sure. Appreciate all the info in various formats. Any possibility to do show on camera use and operation and social media class? Say maybe one show every 3 months, Smash Force, how to and why show. Yeah, it's funny because we've been doing that class for the last 6 years at Knowledge Fest.
Mm-hmm.
We actually have we've done a ton of different classes over the year. We used to have one that was called the Digital Business Card, Snapshots to Great Shots. We did a whole, we've done a bunch of these. We have amazing PowerPoints. The problem is I don't know if this channel would care for that any. I mean, it might be something we could do and throw over on Dean and Fernando's Car Stereo clips.
Mm-hmm.
But as you know, you guys are picky in the YouTube universe, and that if something outside of the norm appears on the channel,
oh my God,
guys, I guess we're not doing install videos anymore.
Don't subscribe.
Oh, Jesus,
subscribe.
you know, I'm done with this. You put Rockford in it? Another Rockford install. Well, I'm out of here.
Jesus Christ, man.
Let me know where to send the check.
Don't subscribe.
Put it on stereo clips. Yeah, that would be a
that's a great question. You know,
Yeah.
we would love to, of course, like he loves talking about cameras and things like that.
No, I hate talking about
period. Like it doesn't matter what, man.
Yes, that's totally, I will nerd
day.
out. You think car stereo talk is fun? Dude, I will go deep on cameras.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Oh, so sick.
All right. Let's talk about stereos now.
Okay, I installed the Kenwood X-Line. Oh, we did this one.
2020?
I think so. Oh, wait, no, we did. Okay, yeah. We covered that one.
You covered that one?
I got that one already. Dude.
Okay.
I got to see if there's an update. Looking for some advice on what to run for an amp or amps. Going to be running a set of 6.5 components in the door, tweeters in the A-pillar, and a single or pair of subs. Well, Troy, the one thing that you left out of this is going to say, I don't know the car. As far as advice on equipment, there's a ton of equipment out there. It's just a matter of, all right, let's design a system. Let's figure out the right way to design a system. First things first is always, what are we doing for a source unit? How do we integrate into the radio, or do we replace the radio? That is the number one thing that you have to deal with first. Before you do anything else is, how do I get the sound to my speakers? And that is through the radio. So am I buying a new radio, or am I interfacing with the existing radio? Once you figure that out, then you can start snowballing through the rest of the system. So is it something that you can add some form of an interface to via an Amp Pro, AR, DSR1, PSM Pro, Metra access interface? Or are we just going to be putting a new radio in it? In which case, cool, let's put a radio. What kind of radio are we going to put in it? Are we going to make sure we get one that's got 5 volts of output? Or are we going to go cheap on it and just get some in, whatever? Yep, we're almost, it's almost time.
It's almost there.
Yep. So that is the first thing that you have to deal with, because that's also going to set the tone for the price. So if I'm going to do like some form of interface and that interface doesn't have a DSP, well, then we need an amplifier with a DSP. If I'm going to do a radio, well, then the radio might have enough of a DSP to get me where I want to be. So in which case I could do a simple 5-channel amplifier install, or what we call a front stage upgrade, where we take like an 802.5 or a 5-channel amplifier, and we put it on the 4 speakers up front, let the radio power the rear, and we put a sub in off of it. Nice simple upgrade, sounds good. You go with something like a 908 Kenwood or a 958 Kenwood, and we have tons of control, or a Sony 9500, 8500 up into the dash, and now we have some control, we have some equalization, we get a really nice sound, it sounds good, we can pump up the jam, keeps it really simple. Now, if we're going to be integrating, now we have no amplifier solution. We can't replace the radio. So now we have to do integration. Then we're looking at a DSP amplifier, maybe an Arc Audio PSM Pro, a Moscone Tamo, or a 1 Series, or a Pro, or do audio control, or something like that that allows us to integrate into that factory radio. So there's a ton of stuff to do. And then we look at speakers and we say, what kind of speakers do we want? Well, you start with the tweeter. What kind of tweeter do you like? You want a hard dome tweeter? You want a soft dome tweeter? Those are going to allow you to pick and choose what you like. So if you like something that's bright and vivid and hard,
let's go hard.
It's going to be hard dome tweeter. If you like something that's a little smoother, I drive my car for hours on end. I don't want to get fatigued. I just want it nice and natural sounding. You want a silk dome. So
did you get fatigued with the hard dome tweeter? No.
Hi, Ada. How are you? And Chris would like you to know it's trash.
Wow.
So, all right. Anyways. You know, it's funny. So, okay. I want to. Can you save that one? Can you save that one? And we'll come back to that one. Double the watts equals 3 dB in volume. When we went to Canada, one of and I was with Eric at Rockford doing the trainings with Rockford. One of the class was on gain overlap. And the really cool thing about it was it had nothing to do with what I was thinking of going. It had to do with this. And can you tell the difference between 0 dB, 3 dB, 6 dB, 9 dB more in sound and what that was going to sound like? And is it even noticeable and stuff like that? Because they say when they say double the watts equals 3 dB in volume, and a lot of people say, yeah, you can hear 3 dB. Bro, it is so hard to hear a 3 dB increase in sound. It's almost a waste of time. Like it's like, and we did it at one time when JL did the School of Sound, and it was like 9 dB before you were like, oh yeah, that's worth it. And it's like, so to get 9 dB more of sound is like, holy, it's crazy. But no, this is
need
true.
like 349,000 amplifiers.
Yo, for sure, it was crazy. All right, bring the other one back up.
All right, so that was this.
Okay, so you gave me some awesome suggestions yesterday on my 2016 Tundra. When you suggested 212 subs, were basing that on the bigger crew cab or the double with the smaller rear doors. Mine's a double. So the one, the Tundra where the seat bolts into the floor and it flips up like this, so the back seat comes up like this, and there's like no room behind the back seat. There is a 212's wedge box that can go behind that seat. If you want to go flat out crazy, Bobby Gately does make a seat move forward kit that will move the seat like 3 inches forward. He makes like a box for like 3/8 or something. That's like ridiculous.
I think it's 4.
If you want to put 112 back there and you don't want it to be like hard at all, the Rockford P3 112 factory box, the wedge that they make for the Rockford P312, fits right behind the seat. So like the box we have built, I think MTI makes a box too. We basically took that box and we doubled it, and
you said the Bobby Gately is like 312s?
No, it's 8. It's 8.
If that's a 3 subwoofers, the new audio control.
Yes, the new altitude amplifiers. Spike mode.
Yes.
Yeah.
They give you that power for 3.
That's right, and they got
Just
that big
1500.
6, the big 1500
yes
altitude amplifier.
Boom.
Ooh, if you haven't seen the new audio control amplifiers, head over to audiocontrol.com and check them out. They are some sexy monsters. Can't wait to get my hands on them.
It's like Spike.
Anyways, head over to audiocontrol.com and check out the new line of amplifiers. You know, Birdie told me there might be another. Who's calling you? Do you need to go take that?
No,
go take it.
Not
Sure.
When
I'm
gonna put the next one and then you.
Okay. Put the next one. Thanks.
Thank you, Ken.
Thank you.
What was the other one?
I don't know.
I was trying to.
Yeah, just think how hard people work to get 9 dB in an SPL contest. That'd be something you'd ask Mel. Mel is fighting for every dB.
Right there.
Okay, put it up. How much of a difference would 50 watts times 6 versus 125 watts times 6 in a DSP amp upgrade for my 2018 Tahoe? Whoa, that would make a huge difference. Keep in mind, the DSP is what's going to be. So if you had a 50 watt by 6 DSP and you just upgraded the power, you get some volume increase because you're tripling the power. So you're definitely going to get a rise there. But if we're talking about you didn't have a DSP and you had a DSP, if you took two of the same exact amplifiers that were 50 watts by 6. One had DSP, one did not have DSP. I guarantee you the one with the DSP is going to sound louder because you can then manipulate the sound, removing annoying frequencies and allowing other frequencies to be more prevalent, and that will change the whole sound signature of the vehicle. Because if you think about it, how do you make something louder is always the question I ask, is how do I make this loud? I want more bass. We'll turn the treble down. I want more treble. We'll turn the bass down, turn the mid down. You turn things down to accentuate the things that you want to hear more. It's a crazy concept, I know, but yes, if you tripled your sound and added a DSP, you would be like, holy, this is insanity for sure. So I would say yes, go ahead and do it. Keep in mind when buying DSP, whether it be amplifiers or standalone DSP, make sure you get enough channels, not necessarily amplified channels, but channels to put the system in that you're trying to do. So for example, Audio Control makes the 6 channel DSP, which is a 6 to 8. So it has 2 extra channels of output. Other DSPs that we talked about are 6 to 8, 6 to 10. The DM810 that they make is 8 to 10. Typically, the first number is the amount of powered channels. The second number is the amount of actual DSP channels. You subtract the 2 and you get the actual external channels that you can use. But make sure that you buy the right amount of DSP channels that you're going to want in the end in order to create the system that you want. Okay. What's up, Josh? Hey, fellas, new coupon code for you should next for an IRTA. No, just use the coupon code HOT. That'll get you the coupon. That'll get you the IRTA discount. This is the last week for it, so make sure that you take advantage of that. All right, I'm just gonna click on this. I'm close friends with the guy that hold the world records for SPL. Okay. After watching those guys test, the blood, sweat, and hours they put into it, it's crazy. They earned it. 100%. I mean, I love, like, next year we're definitely going to go to one of these SPL shows because it is I know it's not what we do, and that's kind of why I want to go. Not because I want to do it. I don't want to be part of building that crap. But I really enjoy that because that's how I got my start when I was young. I wanted to have the loudest bassing system ever, and I still enjoy it. It's just like anything else. They've taken it to NASCAR level, right? Like, it's just like, holy cow, what are you guys doing? That's insanity, the amount of effort they put into these things. So, yes, that'll be fun. That'll be fun. I appreciate the answer. Been wondering if I need more than 50 to 75 watts per channel. No, you should be good. Get at least 10 channels. Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, there again, it just depends on what you want to do, okay? But I always, make sure that you get the channels so that you don't ever have to upgrade ever again, all right? So I'm a big fan of buy once, buy right. And if it takes an extra 6 months or an extra month or an extra 2 months to get the product that you actually need, then wait. What's the hurry? It's definitely worth the wait. Everything that's good is worth the wait. Thank you, Dave. Thanks, Dave. You figured it out. Fantastic. JBLT limited still rocks. Okay. I'll buy that. What did he ask? You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
SPL is an extreme sport, no doubt. Right?
Extreme.
Oh, it's so
that
crazy.
Should be like an
Olympic sport.
An Olympic sport. Yeah.
I think there is that Easter egg inside of that video. I'm almost positive.
On what video?
I farted in the Tesla video. I mean, I've done it before, and I just kind of let it fly. And
of course it flies.
It flies right out my butt, and it's great. And that one, I don't even remember where it's at. Yeah, oh man, but no. I mean, that would be. It had to be because it's an Alpine. I'd have to fart in there somewhere, Using your same good, better, best scenario for the Tundra from yesterday's show, if I wanted to apply that to 2007 Toyota RAV4, but want to use a powered sub, what would you recommend? when it comes to powered subwoofers, there's really no good, better, best. I'm just going to save you the headache. Buy the Rockford P300 subwoofer. They make it an 8, a 10, and a 12. They make 3 versions of the 10. They make a P500 if you're just like, I want all the watts. But they make 2 versions of the P310, a truck and a regular. And they make 2 versions of the 12, a truck and a regular. They make 1 version of the 8. And, of course, they make the P500, which is a ported version of the 12-inch woofer. Hands down, the best amplified subwoofer if you have room to take up in the trunk. Now, with that being said, in a RAV4, you do have some serious room in that where the spare tire is. And knowing that, we have JBL, we have Diamond Audio, we have Suro Vega, and I'm sure there's 10 others. Right now, Haley has the Diamond Audio 11-inch non-amplified subwoofer in her spare tire that we're using the Kicker Key 501 to power. Loves it. Absolutely loves it. Puts out a ton of bass, and you keep the whole space back there. Now, we've also gone a little crazy, and we put 2 L7T wedge box, flat downfiring boxes back there. We took the tire out because I don't need the tire, and we put 2 of those back there with like an 800 or 1,000 watt amp, which was, and we made them in a little V, and it was really neat. Had a lot of fun with that. She was nuts. It was a girl. I wouldn't recommend it, but if that's what you want to do crazy. Now, Kicker also has the amplified downfiring subwoofer boxes that are now back in stock. I have yet to do the new version of it, but still, the best sounding one is the Rockford P300. So the only thing you don't want to get, whatever you do not get one of those stupid little ones that go up underneath the seat and promise the world.
Hideaway
they
something.
Suck.
Yeah. Thank you, David. Thank you, David.
Oh, there's 2 David.
Thank you, David.
Yeah.
It just
fantastic.
Hey, listen.
And if you don't believe me, believe him. The P300 is a steal. It is. It's way more bass than you're hoping to pay for. Donation war.
I like it. Let's do that.
Fight all you like.
Yes.
Fight all you like.
Let's see.
I got Indian food to pay for. Comes all the way from India anyways. All right, hold on. Here we go. Gonna try the Odyssey Forza AF M814. That's an 8-channel amplifier with a 14-channel DSP.
Yes.
Bit. And see how it goes. Currently, I'm using the Helix Ultra, Gladen Aerospace 8-12, and Mini DSP. Okay, yep, 8-12 in different vehicles.
Oh, okay.
Waiting for the Ken Ward live stream.
Okay.
So the Ken Ward live stream is going to happen. He's been traveling for the last couple of weeks. And also, once we got our hands on the Accordia software, there were some updates needed. Like I made the call that, hey, let's slow it down because I want to make sure we do an awesome video for it. I want to make sure he has the ability to go in and do everything he needs. So we're going to get to it probably next month. That way they've had enough time. There's enough of them out there. I've been playing with it. I've done 2 different cars with it, Haley's car and another customer's car. So they've done 1 software update since it's come out, which is great. Had positive with this newer software.
It's Accordo.
Did I say Accordia?
Accordia.
Sorry.
Accordo.
I'm Italian. That's Italiano. It's Accordia. Anyway.
Accordo.
Honda. So just stay tuned. It's going to happen, but there again, we pumped the brakes on it because we wanted to make sure that once it comes out to you guys, everything is fantastic.
Wow.
I'll kick you out.
They just kicked me out.
Yeah, today's just happening that way.
Wow.
I don't know. It's pretty weird. Let's see this. No. Whoa! It's just freaking out. The whole show has gone mad. All right, we got 1 quick question we can do. I'm just gonna pull this one. 5-star. All good, no rush. Just keep the new projects coming. Yeah, always. It's nonstop. Can't wait. All right, guys. Hey, listen, that is the show. It is Saturday. Thank God, because I need a day off. I'm about had enough.
You only
of this
have
crap.
1, man. That's it.
I know. It's been a long week. It has been a very long week. Considering like I was on a cruise last weekend and then I came here Monday and I was tired. It still seems like that was a month ago. Yeah, it's ridiculous. But anyways, guys, we'd like to thank the sponsors of the show, Thinkware Dash Cams.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Arc Audio, audiocontrol.com, as always, and as well as Phony.
Funny. Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that because it's Foucault Mosconi Gladen. Yeah.
So thank them for being a proud sponsor of the
Thank
show.
you guys, for all the donations.
Yes, 100%. Without you and without them, this would not happen. We are replaceable. You guys aren't.
I am.
Totally, we're replaceable. I think Mary Lou could just sit here and talk to the crowd all day, and it would
probably
be just as
she would
exciting.
get more donations.
Yeah, she would do way better than we were. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you so much. And don't forget, this is the last week. If you've been toiling with, do I get one of these IRTA2s? Damn straight, you got to get one now because
all right,
you have to.
You got to do the Brad.
All right. So 2020 Silverado with large green Bose system wants to integrate my Morel 5-channel amp and Ultra Tempo 6x9s components. What needed to integrate in the new Bose mess? Head over to metronline.com and pick up the Ethernet adapter for that vehicle. It comes. You can, if you really want to, you can get the DSP Lite or the DSP Full. I think that one might only come with the DSP Expert, which will give you a full DSP you can use from. I do recommend if you're going to get it using an Android phone to set it up. Right now, they're kind of need to do an update for iPhone. I know, right? It's crazy. Android wins. Yay. But anyways, that's the piece we're using right now, and it's working great. So make sure to pick that one up. That'll allow you to do a 5-channel amp in there. Yeah, that's it. That's what we got. Yeah.
All right, guys.
So you guys have a great weekend. Thank you so much for playing. Get your pets spayed or neutered. Ruin their lives. Have a great time. We'll see you later. Bye.